Today I'm going to show you how I fixed this hole in my hollow door. The first thing you should know is that the broken piece is quite easy to push in, but very difficult to pull out. Because of this, I don't want to just apply the filler to the hole, because even after the filler and paint have dried, it would still be easy for someone or something to push the piece in again and undo all of my hard work. So what I need is a permanent backer to go behind the wood and hold the wood and filler in place so that the repair lasts. The best product I've found for this is called The Whole Thing by Norrid Toolbox. They have 2 kits available, and the one I purchased can be used for most locations and types of holes. The second kit is aimed more at people who do remodeling or those who have flood damage and have a very large open hole to repair. So this kit contains 6 large sticks, 4 smaller sticks, 5 tubes, and a tube of glue. You can buy both this kit and the one for the open and remodel holes at norridtoolbox.com. To use the kit, you'll need a pair of scissors, and if you need to cut the sticks down for any reason, a pair of heavy-duty cutters will do the trick. Here's the close-up of the hole in our hollow door. The door itself is pretty shallow, so I'm going to use 2 of the smaller sticks from the Whole Thing kit to not only permanently glue the broken piece in place, but I'm also going to use the tubes and sticks to pull the piece forward as much as I possibly can, which will help me conserve a little bit of spackling paste. The first step with this kit is to assemble the tube and stick combo. You do this by threading the tube into the circular hole on the stick and then stretching the tube until it's thin enough to pass into the slit on the stick. This was pretty easy for me to do just by holding the tube with both hands, one on each side of the stick, and then using my thumb to slide the stick into place. However, you can also use a table or the wall instead of your thumb to push the tube into the stick slit. You want to put about 1/2 inch of the tube on one side so that you have plenty of tube on the other side to hold on to. I'm going to use 2 sticks for this particular hole so that I have one on top and one on bottom. Here's the second stick, and this angle is a little better for seeing the circular cavity that you stick the tube through initially, and then the slit that holds the tube in place once you release the tension from stretching it. Here's the glue that came with my kit. I highly recommend this glue because it works for multiple types of surfaces, and it has a really powerful, strong bond once it cures. The directions recommend about a pea-sized glob of glue, so that's what I've got here. And I'm going to glue just one side of each of these so that I have something to hold on to as I insert the stick and tube combo into the door. Before you place your glue sticks into the cavity in your door or wall, I would recommend grabbing the same amount of sticks to put in your pocket or on a table close by. In this photo, the tension of the door is what is holding the tubes in place long enough for me to take the photo, but you wouldn't want to do this with an open hole because you might lose the sticks down into the cavity. You might also want to do one tube at a time, but I'm doing both at the same time so that I can use the sticks to pull the indented wood flap towards me and bring it as parallel to the surface as possible. Once I felt I had pulled as much as I could, I put the exterior sticks on the same way we put the original stick on, by threading the tube through the circular hole, but this time I pressed the exterior stick against the wall, or in this case the door, with one hand and pulled the tube tight and slid it into place with the other hand. I've been using this kit in a few places around my house, so I decided to use the larger sticks for the exterior since I had more of these available to me. I also like that the large sticks spread across the entire hole, which applied even pressure on top and bottom. But you can use either the small or the large, and the sticks that you use for the exterior are reusable for the interior. So then I let them dry for 24 hours, just like that, left them in place. Next, you take off, once you've allowed that to dry for 24 hours, take off the exterior sticks by sliding the tube from the slit to the round hole in the stick and slipping the stick off. Do this for each of the stick and tube combos that you've used. Then we're going to stretch the tube tight and use our scissors to cut as close to the surface as we can. When we release the tube retracts below the surface. This is probably my favorite part about this kit because a lot of the products out there are repairs on top of the surface. And even if it looks great from straight on, you can always tell there's a raised area or a bump when you look at it from the side. But you don't have to worry about that with the whole thing. As you can see in this photo, all of the repair is done below the surface. So when I add the spackling to the top, you can make it a flat, even surface just by adding a little bit of spackling, let it dry, and then sanding, so you don't have any of that bump or that raised area as you would with other products. And this is the last photo I took. This is after I've sanded the spackling down. So you can see it's pretty flat and it's ready for paint. So my repair is complete thanks to the whole thing. So that concludes the video. For more instructions, photos, or to purchase the kit, visit norridtoolbox.com.